So as you can see, we made our way back to the foyer. This is the east wing we're going into right now. Not right. A map. Yeah, you can start to see it right there. Not quite done. Not quite done, but we still got more to show. Client's name, Greenbrier. Style is Sherry. $60 for a perm? Dang. I have no idea how that actually compares to actual value. I'm just a guy, so I've never done any of this. I just show up at the barbershop and I say, cut my hair like you usually do. They do it, and I pay them. Well, it costs $11, but I tip them, so I pay $15. But that's basically all that happens. Admittedly, my barber is very simple. I think most men's barbers are, but it's just that's just the way it's always been for the past like I've been going there at least since I was 4, so like 17 years. Anyway, back to the game. Tacoma County. Offer of promotion. Dear Head Conservationist Janice Greenbrier, due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year and the service's need for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we would like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout northwestern Oregon. Your assistance would be sought to fill your previous position on site at the Flintlock National Forest. Your new posting would be at the Regional Management Building, located at 128 Bullhorn Road, which should be much more convenient for your daily commute. Ain't that the truth? Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decisions. We very much look forward to your reply. Signed, Bruce Pendleton. It's always nice when you have a much quicker commute. My mom for a couple months had to take a very long commute like an hour-long commute to a different county before she got like a 15-20 minute one to a much closer place at a new job. My dad's currently like an hour's drive away at least. It's between an hour and a half depending on traffic. My commute to school is like 45 minutes, though this next semester it's going to be like 5 minutes because I'm interning at a place in my hometown now, which is wonderful. Wonderful. But anyway, again, back to the game. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away. Her forest. And then when she is home, she takes it out on you because you're not a member of the family. She knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay. I know she's just jealous of your cool and freewheeling lifestyle. I feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So, you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No. Investigation team visits camp whose specialists help adolescents overcome deviant behavior and homosexuality.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did? You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever you brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me.
Oh yeah, that. Sorry. Froth. You can only get the top one. I have no idea if that's an actual magazine, and probably not if I had to guess. Most of the magazines in here seem a little fake. If not, If not, then editing back in the 1990s was a whole lot worse than I thought it was. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Civic Auditorium. No cameras. So, does this have a date on it? That's probably February 23rd, 1995. So, yeah, that was before this game took place. Is that for the poster up in their room? I think Earth Day's later, though. I could be wrong. Because it was like an Earth Day celebration thing. But Earth Wind, that poster up there, I mean. But I don't think Earth Day is in February. Anyway. In here. Sam, this skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3 American. I love it. Merry Christmas. Miss you. L. P.S. Treasure it always. She clearly has. Is that all in here? I think so. Also, why did I put that back in the vent? That doesn't make sense. It'll just flow down into the basement then. Into the heater. That's not good. So this is the local thing. Hi Jan, I got 2 tickets for Earth, so that is Earth, Wind, and Fire on Thursday, but my girlfriend says she doesn't want to go. Her taste in music rears its ugly head again. So that leaves her with an extra ticket that I thought you might be interested in. More fun than clearing brush in the freezing rain, right? From Rick. The same guy from earlier. Though he has a girlfriend, hey, generally speaking, if this ever happens to you, if someone is suggesting cheating, is suggesting to be with you to cheat on their current spouse, then they will almost certainly cheat on you as well. Just a thing to keep in mind, alright? People aren't that generous. Another one of those postcards I sent. This one's of the Vatican. I've never seen it from this direction, though. It's almost always the other way. At that end of the thing, looking in. I think that's what St. No, it's not St. Peter's Gate. It's something. But this is on top of the Vatican building looking out. Most pictures are usually the other direction, looking towards the building itself. You can tell it's the back because all those statues of saints at the top are looking out as well. Also, there's no building at the end of it. Anyway, the card. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've got to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. I'm pretty sure Michelangelo was, Da Vinci almost certainly did not create art for the Vatican. Michelangelo did most of the design, I think. Maybe Bernini also did some stuff. Donatello I'm not too sure about. I thought Donatello just did no, I think that was Raphael that did the Birth of Venus, but that's not relevant. The point is, I think Michelangelo did most of the stuff in the Vatican. Mom will have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. That's a real thing, by the way. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. We won't get gored by a bull. Probably. Love, Katie. That said, not all, God, no butts in heaven. Okay, that's actually funny. But, it's mostly true, just not the full story. Not all relics are part of dead people, of dead saints. Most parts of dead saints are relics, though, if they are preserved. Like, I think the body of Saint Ambrose is still well, not preserved, it's his skeleton that they put some robes over, and you can find him reclining. But the point is, it doesn't have to be body parts of the people themselves. It can also be items that they had, like if they wore a particular robe or something, had a particular hat with them as they were traveling around, then that could also be considered a relic. It's complicated stuff. So, yeah, that's just another one of the magazines. Disciplinary referral, Samantha Greenbrier. Oops. That date again. Founding of Rome. And Rome's right over there. Description of behavior or incident: disturbing inappropriate materials on school grounds, disciplinary action, phone call to students' parents, out of school suspension. Those dates. I'm assuming this is what they're referring to. I mean, doesn't it curse on the back? I thought it dropped an S-bomb. Surprisingly not, at least as far as I can tell. It's just advocating for revolution, which tends to be a violent thing, so there's that. Also this. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges, and from using your car for anything except going to and from school. We understand we understand what you are going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school, and clearly only your privileges are reinstated. We can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't have to happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
First off, congratulations, Janice Greenbrier, Regional Director. And I say congratulations because, come on, you're going to take the job, right? What are you writing for? An engraved invitation? Call them back. What are you waiting for? Sorry. Engraved invitation, call them back. But in the meantime, let's discuss this little outing you had with our favorite flannel-clad hunk. What a blast. But you sound like you're reading a lot into an innocent night out. You're sure there's something, right? You said he has an out-of-town girlfriend. You're sure they're not serious? Okay. So we have to figure out when we'll see back each other next in person. See each other next in person. Enough with the letters. I owe you a congratulatory margarita, boss lady. Soon. Hurt, Carol. Sorry, my mind blanked on reading there. The Accidental Warrior. Don't Give Up on This, Honey, by Terrence L. Greenbrier. I think that's all in here. Also, wasn't there a light switch around here that you could flip? If not, this house is poorly designed. There we go. Did that light up that hallway? Except for that one. But, oh well. It's fine. Anyway, here's the kitchen. Nope, keep that on. Actually, another tape. I think this is the last one, so I'm sort of glad because I don't like this. Oops, wrong button. You can make a water pour out of there. Wait. Water dispenser? They don't have an ice thing, though? Oh, well. Read invitation. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter, Helen Margaret, to Mr. Richard Morris Pattermack. Sunday, the 4th of June, 1995, at 4:30 in the afternoon. Sunset Lutheran Church, Seaside, Oregon. So I think that answers whether they were serious, or whether Rick was serious with his girlfriend. Ooh, when does this expire? Used by... Aw, it's gone. Might as well just toss it out. Cheese? There's cheese in here? This is a very understocked fridge. A slightly ripe banana. Or slightly overripe, I guess. Oh, it doesn't knock it back in. You can actually do that. I'm very bad about doing that in real life. I'll just... If I have the bottom drawer open, I'll just be like, the fridge will mostly close it. Probably not good for the longevity of the fridge. And those are expensive. And it's my parents' fridge, so I probably shouldn't be doing that. Apparently the power went out at some point, because this is set to noon. Going on and off. Then again, the TVs would also be off. They just... I guess they just didn't want to have a time... I guess they just didn't want to have to set a time to be like, well, you started the game at this time, and it's 3 hours later, so it's like 4 in the morning. 3 is a little extreme, but okay, whatever. Dishwasher. Surprising amount of detail. You can even open the dishwasher, and it has individual dishes in there that respond to physics. Aren't physics great? Oh, it's stuck. After I was complimenting the physics. Is that all? Is that all? There's something over here. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was sunny and they were in an adventure. But they went to the dished part of the woods and it got dark. Danny said, wrong quotation marks, are you scared? Are you scarred? So Samantha said, no, are you? They laughed and wheat mere into the bad part. Then they wheat to a part thar was never thar before, and there was a ship, a pirate ship, on a auction. Samantha, oh, it's Samantha this time, said, I'll, comma, I'll be the captive and you be the first mate. Daniel said, aye, Captain. And they went on the pirate ship and started sailing away. And then a drawing.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Congratulations on your new position, dear Regional Conservation Director Greenbrier. That is a mouthful. Having received your formal acceptance letter, I write to congratulate you on your new position as Regional Conservation Director of the State Forestry Service. We wish you luck in your final weeks at Flintlock National Forest and very much look forward to welcoming you to your new desk at the State Forestry office at 8 a.m. on May 1st. Signed, Bruce Pendleton. No, keep that on. There's a little pantry in here with all sorts of stuff just tagged away back here. Not much that I want, but you know what, they can keep it. Also, like, half the fridge isn't even constructed yet. Half of it's folded in on itself. Quality. Also, a note down here. One that you can't interact with. Questionable depictions of mushrooms. Oh, calendar. Katie comes home this month. We'll call with exact date. That she did. Also, of course, they have a nature calendar, because what would you expect? Can't make it, send regrets. Oh, Rick's wedding. Oh, they couldn't make it. But why, though? I thought that's what they were gone for. That's what my assumption was. Where are they, then? Clearly, they didn't get the message that Katie was coming home this day. Otherwise, they would have wrote it on the calendar. Junk pickup. Something. Sam has a dentist appointment. Forest loop. Forest log trail hike event. Something like that. Check church potluck. Small potatoes? Whatever. And then elementary public areas. Clear something. Anyway, we can come in here and start heading out to the garage. Cans of paint. Nice and boring. Anything in here? Yes. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. This is a different cover, but the same book. Message from our future save the president once, but within 24 hours there will be another attempt, and the lines of communication are down. Oh, that's actually... No, that's a different book. I just remembered. That was one of the books he had before. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, it feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not. We aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. Unknown Dimensions is what you might call a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type out there, whom mass market shunning visionaries express that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. We had an unparalleled run since your inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ, or zombie-like, timeless works such as An Investment's Message of the Snakesman, It's Inside Me by James Kellers and Emil Krieger's oft-banned gosh, I can't say that word. Venetian No, that's from Venice, not Venus. Venusian flesh traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your accident... Sorry, my church... Not my church, I read that word. My chair popped there. Copies of your accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey. We've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our reader lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the... My apologies for this phrase. Dick-swinging heroes that modern suburban Americans want. But John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've tried plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work, since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword to the books, to approve in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimensions as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerned customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds. Contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you, and to thrusting your work screaming back into the... sorry, my eyes are failing me. Into the sweating palms of an unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. So, yeah, this was his second book. What was this one? Was this his first one? Oops. Put it back. Accidental Savior? I think that might be his first book. I can't remember. No, it should say it right here. Accidental Savior, yes. So that was his first book in there. This is his second one. They're both reprints under the new publisher. So good for him. Good for him, honestly. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3rd to 7th. We will be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Okay, that explains why. I thought they were just cooking with half the kitchen down the whole year. Never trust a contractor. Fair enough. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. That also explains the pizza boxes that we found lying around. A hat. Oh. That should say JROTC, I'm pretty sure.
I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You're not allowed to bring anything with you. You have no possessions, no contact with the outside world while you're in basic. You just train hard every day, and then you deploy from there. So, they'll just send her away. To who knows where. The other side of the country? The other side of the world? My mind, can't process it. That she's really going to be gone. Just gone.
Ask me about clown combos at Clown Burger. I'm not sure I like that. I think I'd prefer Duck Burger, honestly. Or what? God, I can't even remember what it was in Persona 3/5. It's been so long. Can't even remember which game it's from. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll see the... Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the... So we'll have these... Gosh, why are my eyes failing me? So we'll have the son of the whole... till you leave. Alright. Sorry. I'm very sorry to ruin it the moment like this, but... I literally cannot read that for some reason. I think I've been... Because this has all been recorded in one day. Lonnie, my parents are leaving town, so we'll have the run of the whole house till you leave. Imagine actually spending the night in my room instead of sneaking to our usual spot in the attic. Now that the attic doesn't have its musty allure... Not that the attic doesn't have its musty allure, but my bedroom is warmer. Sam, we should defile your parents' bed while they're gone. That'll show them. Lonnie, you're gross. Never change. Sam. Anyway. Again, I apologize. I had to do that. And let me turn it off real quick. Honestly, I think my eyes have gotten to the point where they're just like, look, I'm not going to work anymore. You just stop. That's a little scary, that the fact that I'm not tired. It's more so I can be worked to the point where I can't understand my first language anymore. Sent this one from Barcelona. Every time I remember that city name, I think of that line. I think it's from Mean Girls, where the girl keeps on saying Barcelona. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I've had a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. I almost did it myself. Dad and Sam, I think you would like the Gaudi architecture. It is from a strange alien world. I'm headed to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I am running low on money. I will look for a cheap standby ticket and call you when I'm heading home. Sorry for the short notice. Can't wait to see you all again. I'll be good. It'll be good to be home. Love, Katie. Ooh, another missing panel. Booted out. A going away show for Lonnie D. Girl Scout. Last show ever. All ages again, I'm not sure based on what I heard. Like, I don't think you should bring a 3-year-old there.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Also, I forgot to mention it, that a note in the garage, I think it clears up, or rather the pizza boxes being around, I think that clears up my concerns about the pillow fort staying around for like 10 months. The Slits. I don't like that name. Let's... over here. Anything in the washer? No. That reminds me, I need to go check on my laundry. I had some of it going. But not right now. I'll wait for this to be done. Nope. Put the softener over there. Sam, I wish I knew how to explain it better. The Army is this thing I grew up with. It's part of me. My dad's Army friends are like family. I've always known it was where I'd end up. I never thought of it in any real way. I wish things could be different. Maybe someday when I'm settled at a base and you're done with college and you're a famous writer and I can rebuild a tank engine with my eyes closed, things will be different and we can be together. Until then, L. No, put that back. Turn this on. Midnight, June 5th. Final preparations are complete. Secret door in the foyer? Under stairs?
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever. and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
Dear Cause, I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you very much for sending, apparently still hidden in the liquor bottle, along copies of the new edition. The cover art is really something. I know you said that Unknown Dimensions isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work that has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimensions readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimensions to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards, Terrence L. Greenbrier. And what is this over here? Oh, it's the same one as before. Never mind. We did see his transcript in there, though. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him, and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you saved this time will be your own. So now we know a extra special place to check out. And I suppose I should mention the reason I occasionally look down at the floor to check the rugs is because something in my mind reminds me that there's a very important slip of paper under one of these that I keep on forgetting, like, every time I play through this game. I played through it a couple times. I think the last time was about a year ago, or maybe 6 months ago. I can't quite... No, not 6 months ago. I would have my computer by then. But like a year ago, maybe a little over 2 years ago, and I first played this in 2016. I mentioned that, but I feel like there was a piece of paper that I kept on missing every time. But I'll talk more about that later. Here's that secret panel. Possession and exorcism. Interacting with the supernatural and releasing unwanted spirits. Noted psychologist Christine Quinn guides the readers through the detection of spirit possession in oneself and others, the release of displaced or trapped spirits, and the procedures involved in successful exorcisms. The healing of lost souls is a particular focus. Allowing loved ones and local entities to move to the next plane is sometimes the core of a spiritual cleansing. Name tag. Oscar. Is this how you do I almost said an exorcism, a seance? I'm not sure. In any case, I don't like red candles around a pentagram. That tends not to be good. They do have Oscar's picture here, though. And finally, the wrong button.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong. Kick ass. I love you.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the 3rd one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the Army and being a part and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes. Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday.